Hello everyone, this is NHL Hockey News Reports, and today we are going to move on to the 2017 draft. This ends our series, so before we go on, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. We're at almost trying to get 250 subs at 210, 40 to go, so please help us get there. And also, new series coming out after this one. It'll be NHL lineups of the future, so predicting, most of it probably be wrong, but it's fun to predict in the lineups and what it'll look like of your team in the next 5 years or more, 5 to 7 years. I'm projecting around that time. So let's get into what the prospects we know of right now. Not using 2020 draft, but we'll look at that a little too. Don't worry about that. Looking at now 2017 draft, this one I would definitely probably go over once or twice, even more, through my channel through the years after this, because this is still a very hard draft because there's players like Velarde, Tippett, Foot, those guys who really haven't even played much games, who looked really good, but haven't played much. Even Neck has looked really good this season, but that's only one season, really. Some of these guys already, like McCall, he had his rookie season this season. You know what I mean? So just put it out there. Starting off for number one, we know this as the 1-2 punch here with Hischier and Patrick. Who was going to go number one? And it ended up being Nico Hischier over Patrick. And, Heiskanen, that was something everyone was surprised about, but let's get into it. Number one was Nico Hischier, who was a Swiss native, and he was very good. Definitely would used to watch Pavel Datsyuk on how he would do things. Not as good as Pavel Datsyuk, I have to put out there. But I have to pick number one, and it has to be Elias Pettersson. Not Anderson. Sorry about that. Wrong last name. Elias Pettersson off the board, so he will go to the Devils. He's a great player for Canucks, and I think if the Devils redrafted knowing the mindset of what they see right now, definitely Pettersson goes number one to the Devils. Number two, here we go. Number two is the Flyers, who originally picked Nolan Patrick, and this is kind of sad because he has a concussion this season, been out all season, and hasn't shown much of anything, and he's only 20 years old. Whole season blown. Too bad. But we are going to look at someone else, and I'm going to tell you, Flyers fans, you'll be super happy if this happened to you. We're going to put Cal McCall to the Flyers. Cal McCall going to the Flyers, look at that. What would that do to the Flyers? Oh my goodness. Right now, looking at the Flyers right now, haven't used Patrick, they've been fine. So you put McCall instead, wow. If the Flyers were doing horrible, they would play probably more on Patrick than anything. But since they've been doing good job. Next, I think I have to pick Nico Hischier next. Even though I like Heiskanen a lot at number 3, I think I have to pick Hischier at number 3. He looks like a future captain for the Devils since Andy Green was traded to the Islanders during the deadline, so I have to put number 3, Hischier. Nico Hischier goes to the Dallas Stars, number 3, and that would actually help him on center depth, definitely. You got Sagan, Hischier, Hintz, or you put Sagan, Hintz, Hischier? I don't know, something like that. Definitely that would help. Alright, number 4, the Colorado Avalanche originally picked Cal McCall, and the player, if we still had to, I want to pick McCall, but if he's not available, that's too bad. Look at that. I'm going to actually pick Miro Heiskanen. He's such a good defenseman, so good, that I have to pick Miro Heiskanen at number 4. Some of these are just going into sophomore year, literally. Some of them are into the next year, literally. So a lot of these guys, or some haven't even started, some have the rookie seasons, finishing up, that whole thing, right? But he's true. But Heiskanen to Colorado Avalanche, that's fantastic. But McCaw, both fantastic defensemen. Moving on here to the Canucks, who said, don't redraft because we like Elias Pettersson. Elias Pettersson, we know will not be going to the Canucks, but I have someone who is very good still. But I know you want your Elias Henderson, but I have to put out there, I want to go with Nick Suzuki. Nick Suzuki is an absolutely fantastic player. He almost hit 50 points this season for the Habs. Of course, he got traded with the Max Pacioretty deal, and that's really why I think Bills have been really traded. Like, I got a prospect, I got Tatar. I think we can do something with that for Pacioretty and a second-round pick we got. So I love this deal, getting basically Tatar and Suzuki for Pacioretty. A 2-for-1 deal for us. And it worked both out for us. Pacioretty playing really well with the Vegas Golden Knights. Suzuki and Tatar playing fantastic for us too. So it worked. We were both content. And it's one of those trades that basically are even. Basically. Alright, number 6. Cody Glass goes to the Vegas Golden Knights. And, he has some injuries to a little of it, but he's a very good player. I can see him do even more next season. But I'm going to pick Martin Necas goes to the Vegas Golden Knights. At about 36 points, Martin Necas, I'm pretty sure. So Martin Necas still goes to the Vegas Golden Knights. He's a great player. He's shown some good stuff. This year really stepped himself up and shown some good stuff. So moving on to number 7. I want to talk about this one. Elias Anderson. Here we go. And, of course, we know right now he's basically a bust. But we're not going to talk about him until he gets picked. So, who goes number 7 instead of Elias Anderson? I feel bad for Patrick, but I kind of have to put him number 7. Patrick goes to the Rangers. I hate to put him this far down, but it is what it is, and, it hurts to see this, but, I have to put him that far down, and I don't want to, but it is what it is, like I said. So the Rangers pick Patrick, and I think that would be good, Will they be merciful with him? I think they will keep him going, just like the Flyers, just let him, just take the rest of the year off, just get ready, get your hockey ready for 2020 to 2021. That's what I would tell him. Don't play the rest, not even playoffs. We want to be better for 2020 to 2021 season. Basically, start your career over, pretend you're a rookie, literally. Alright, number 8, we go with the Buffalo Sabres, picking Casey Middlestat. But instead of Casey Middlestat, I have a different player I'm going to put out there. Someone who looked incredible with the Springfield Thunderbirds of the AHL for the Panthers, Owen Tippett. Yes, Owen Tippett goes to the Buffalo Sabres. And he is a guy who did absolutely fantastic. Next season, he's definitely making the NHL for the Florida Panthers. Showing some fantastic stuff, and they just waited so patiently for him. And now it's time for him to blossom into the NHL. So definitely a great job by them. Number 9, the Detroit Red Wings pick Michael Rasmussen. And instead of Michael Rasmussen, I'm going to move Gabe Vilardi up to number 9. And Gabe Vilardi goes to the Red Wings. How do you like that? Oh, sorry. So, Gabe Vilardi to the Red Wings. How would that look? Michael Rasmussen is good, but I can tell you right now, he's more of a playmaker, more of a second, third line center. I can probably see him more as third line center, and not a guy who's going to score a ton. Gabe Vilardi, on the other hand, he's a guy who's going to score a lot. I just can see it. Just what he did at the end of the season. Moving on to number 10, Owen Tippett originally was picked by the Florida Panthers, but he's off the board. He went number 8 to the Buffalo Sabres. So looking here, who goes number 10? Alright, who do we have left? Okay, I think I have to go with Cody Glass. I don't want him to fall much farther down. I really like Cody Glass. So Cody Glass goes to the Florida Panthers. Cody Glass is a really good player, a little stuck on the NHL a little, but I do see him doing really well at the NHL one day. Just learning, it's only the 2017 draft. It's only been a couple of years since the draft has happened. Don't worry about it. He's still a fantastic player. And let's move on to number 11. The Kings pick Gabe Velarde, but he is off the board. We got to pick someone else. Who could it be? Okay. Alright, we have Elias Anderson left. Casey Middlestat, Foote, and Brandstrom. I think I'm going to go with Eric Brandstrom. What do you think? Now, Vegas got 3 picks in this top 15. Number 6, Cody Glass. Number 13, Nick Suzuki. And number 15, Eric Brandstrom. 2 out of the 3 were traded. Suzuki to the Habs and Brandstrom to the Senators. The Habs gave up Pacioretty. The Senators gave up Stone. And they still have Glass. They trust in Glass, I guess. So, still very good. But just to say that Brandstrom goes to the Kings, you look at Brandstrom, you might be, his plus minus was not the best. He's still young. They're letting him work. Senators, not very good. Even though they show some very competitive hockey this season, being that low down, they are still working with him. So don't worry about him. He's a good defenseman. Number 12, here we go. Okay, instead of Martin Neckers, he's off the board. Who's left? Well, I think I'm going to go with Casey Middlestat. I don't want to write him off as much. He's still learning, I feel like. I hope next year he can start to become that guy. Because I can tell you right now, below Eichel, Cousins is going to try to take over that spot over Casey Middlestat. He is. He's going to say, alright, Middlestat, you're not playing that well. I'll take it, no problem. Alright, Eichel, I'm with you. He's like, oh, thanks, man. Middlestat wasn't playing well. I'll just take Cousins. Oh, bye. Middlestat does not want that. He has some competitorship now. He needs to work on it, definitely. So, Hurricanes pick Casey Middlestat instead of Neckers. Casey Middlestat off the board. Alright, number 13, Nick Suzuki goes to the Vegas Golden Knights, but he goes number 5 to the to the Canucks. So, who goes number 13? Let's find out. So, I'm going to pick, actually, Cal Foote is so hard to predict because he only played in AHL. No NHL time yet with the Lightning. I'm still, that's why he's at that's why I'm going to pick number 13 for Cal Foote. If he plays next year and he plays really well, he'll move up this list. But he hasn't played any, so I don't know where to put him, but to the Vegas Golden Knights. And if he was traded to the Vegas Golden Knights, I'm sure he would be traded for Stone or Pacioretty, just to put it out there, because they trade 2 of the 3, so just to put it out there. Okay, number 14, the Lightning. This was the year the Lightning did not make the playoffs. They were so close, and they were like 2 points away from a playoff spot. And, by the way, they were that close away, and they now have Stamkos for the whole season. And that's when Kucherov started to blossom. You had Braden Point become that guy, and Tyler Johnson was like the number 1 center. And it was like, it did not work out. Bishop wasn't playing well. Vasilevsky had to take over. That was the year with the Lightning, who transitioned pretty well to the next season. We're like, wow, Lightning are definitely making the playoffs. Fair and square. You know what I mean? So Lightning, pick Foote then, but Foote, I'm going to have to, who do we have left? Michael Rasmussen and Elias Anderson. Michael Rasmussen, I have to put number 14 to the Lightning. Okay, and I'm just going to write number 15, Elias Anderson, to the Vegas Golden Knights. So we have Rasmussen going to the Tampa Bay Lightning, as we have Elias Anderson going to the Vegas Golden Knights. And maybe the Vegas Golden Knights would have been better for him. I don't know. Maybe a change of scenery. I probably see him get a trade or whatever. Who wants him? Who knows? But number 15 in that. So now at the end of all my drafts, this is my last time I'll be doing this, because guess what? Our series is over and we will be doing NHL lineups of the future. Before I end it, remember what we do at the end. Remember. Okay. Who did not, we always want to end with positive, so we'll start with negative. Who did not benefit the most from this draft? And this is the tough question to ask right now. Okay. Alright, I found one. Number 15, Brandstrom over Anderson. Even though Brandstrom was traded to the Ottawa Senators, I would say that's still because maybe Ottawa wouldn't pick him, and that means that Stone would probably not go to the Vegas Golden Knights. I don't know. Whatever. But that one definitely. Brandstrom, Anderson for Brandstrom instead. Whatever. Another one. Maybe you say that's the only one I can think of right now. This is so tough to think of. Okay, who benefited the most? The Devils. We're gonna start with the Devils. Elias Anderson. I keep saying that. Elias Pettersson goes to the Devils. That is the best pick. Or the Flyers. Number 2, McCaw. Definitely so. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. This NHL news reports, and I'll see you next video. Have a nice day. Bye.